guys. How's it going? Everyone is doing well whenever you see this, day or night. So yeah, this is going to be a general reading for Taurus for July 1st through July 16th. It is a general reading, so it can cover anything from love, work, friends, family, health, etc. So always take it how it resonates for you if it does. And I also encourage everyone to, if you haven't already, get a free birth chart online. Even if you don't know your exact birth time, you can still get a pretty good birth chart and find out your other placements. For instance, we all have all 12 signs throughout our birth chart, okay? So for instance, this reading could still resonate for you, even if you're not a sun, rising, moon, or even Venus Taurus, okay? So that's something to keep in mind as well. And then also, whenever you see this message, it is meant for you, as time is fluid and relative and time is timeless. So for instance, it could resonate in the past from a couple months ago, even a year ago or something, okay? Years ago, it could resonate in the future, a couple of months or even a couple of years. It all really depends, okay? The other thing I want to say before we get into your reading, as I've pulled all of your tarot cards and your oracle cards at the end here, Taurus, is that if you're not watching the live and you want to pull up a picture of all the cards that I will be taking at the end of the live, you can do that by just clicking in the description box below and following the instructions there in case you want to have it, alongside you or look at it at a later time. So that will be there. And so, yeah, also wanted to say that I have been doing a little bit of some astrology general notes for everyone at the beginning of each reading. Okay, so if you've already watched some other signs for this time period and you don't want to hear that same info again and you're not again watching the live, you can always feel free to fast forward to when you see me do the sound bell, because that's basically the start of the official reading, okay, as far as the tarot cards. All right, so Taurus, let's get into these astrology notes for everyone, okay, during this time, right? So July 1st through the 16th, all right? So on July 1st, we have a last quarter moon, okay? And then on July 3rd, Jupiter is quintiles Uranus, okay? So Uranus rules Aquarius, okay? Deals with themes of technology, rebellion, innovation, okay? So you can always, again, with your birth chart, find out, if you have Jupiter in your chart or Aquarius or even Uranus, okay? So it really just depends, right? So this is just a kind of quick overview, briefly talking about these keynotes, okay? And then on July 3rd, we have the new moon in Cancer, okay? So new moon can be a good time for manifesting, right? I don't believe that everything has to be at a certain time. Intention is always the most important. So if you feel like doing your magic on a certain day or manifesting on a certain day, whatever you want to call it, you do that, okay? But some people like to do it at the beginning of the new moon, so it's slowly building to the full moon. So then whatever you're manifesting comes to that culmination or climax in the full moon, okay? But anyway, going forward here, on July 11th, Mercury enters Cancer. Okay, so Mercury rules Gemini, communications, electronics, some themes of, did I say education already? And some finances? Yeah, communication, technology, education, finance. Okay, that's like the brief rundown of Mercury, okay? So anyway, in some of the other readings, and you're reading from the last segment, Taurus, I did talk about how Mercury was leaving retrograde, okay, starting on from, June 22nd onward. So some people, like I said, depending on how sensitive you are, will feel this at different times. Some people have already started to feel it, okay, back in June, right, since I'm filming this on June 18th. Some people won't feel it until mid-July or even months further down, okay? But basically, it'll be, I feel like, a nice relief for everybody, because when Mercury, who rules Gemini and communications, was in retrograde during Gemini season, it was very interesting to say the least. Okay, so here is moving forward again, right? And then it's going into Cancer. Also, it's going from a very communication or communicative energy of Gemini, okay, right? Even though it was in retrograde. And now it's going to be going into Cancer, which is typically more emotional, nurturing, slowing down of energy. Okay, so it will be intense too in other ways. We just wanted to briefly touch on that, all right, as it might affect some people. And then on July 14th, Pallas, I don't know if I'm saying that right, goes into retrograde. So they also call it Athena Pallas. It's not a planet, it's an asteroid, okay? And it deals with themes just like Athena, the Greek goddess, right? Talents in the arts, wisdom, defense, intuition, justice, and being an artisan, okay? And themes around those things I just mentioned, okay? So what does it mean when it's going in retrograde? It could be that these areas don't go as smoothly, okay, for some people, or it means that you need to revisit those themes, that something might have happened, you know, the last time Athena Pallas was in retrograde, which hopefully I still have on here because I forgot to write it down. I know I didn't save it. Hold on, you guys. I gotta get a pen and finally write this down. Okay. I believe it was last year, 2020, from May to like September. Let's see. Retrograde 2020. Okay, so yeah, it was May 18th through September 5th of last year. So again, anytime there's a retrograde, it could be that you need to go over something that happened during those time frames last year, or it means you need to wrap something up, or it's all accumulating and coming together. You know, again, it will just depend on where you are in your journey. Okay, anyway, moving forward, the last thing we're going to talk about real quick is on July 15th, Chiron goes into retrograde, okay? So Chiron is the Greek god. He's the wounded healer. He's our soft underbelly, our vulnerability, okay, healing wounds, that kind of stuff, all right? So he is the healer. And so I do have shout out to, I forgot to say earlier when I was talking about Athena, I do have an Athena candle on my website, and I have a Chiron candle and some other Greek gods and goddesses. If you want to check it out, it's all in the description box. But yeah, so Chiron, right, going into retrograde could talk about, again, something that could have been going on for you the last time Chiron was in retrograde, revisiting old wounds for everybody. And also talking about, you know, bringing together the idea of like healthy healing. So not just a fax. Okay, maybe someone's going to get a fax. But no, I meant to say a fast healing, right? Like sometimes in certain cultures, definitely here in America, I feel like the most, it's always the quick fix. It's like, just give me the pills, just give me this. Like, it's not usually, unless you're going to like a homeopathic doctor or a doctor that's more open to looking at mind, body, spirit connection. So it just deals with issues of healing. So however that resonates for you, okay, we'll find out more too as we go into your individual reading here. And then the last thing I forgot to mention too, because I wrote it down, for the Athena Pallas retrograde, it also says in the past, if you made decisions without making organized plans first, it's asking you to do that now, okay? So using your intellect in making decisions and then slowly acting upon them. All right. So with all that being said here, Taurus, let's get into your reading. We're going to do our little sound bell like we usually do for some grounding and healing for the reading. So if you want to, you can take a deep breath in and out whenever, or you can just listen too. I'm so sorry, my nose is itchy, guys. Allergies. Okay. All right, here we go. Taurus. Okay, Taurus. That one was real loud. Okay, not bad. But yeah, each one tends to be a little different sometimes. All right. Hopefully it wasn't too loud for you guys though. Okay, so also want to say if you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. So we're going to talk about really quickly the placements of the cards. Okay, so first I go over the meaning six here for you, and then we get into what's in the top and the bottom of each deck, and then your tarot confirmation cards. And then at the very end, I have a couple oracle cards for you. All right. I'm going to set my timer, even though half the time I don't go based on the timer, because the message is the most important. Okay, so Taurus. Also want to say, too, that this first row here is energy starting around July 1st, can be a little bit before, a little bit after, going through the first week of July and weekends. And then the second row is the second week and weekend of July. Okay. Excuse me. So sorry. 1 second. Okay, yes, coffee is good. All right, for me anyway. So what do we have here, Taurus? We have 4 of sacred circles in the reverse, the Hierophant. There you go. You showed up in your reading. 10 of cups in reverse, 3 of staves upright, 7 of sacred circles in reverse, and 6 of swords in reverse. Okay, so also wanted to say that once we get into the reading here, Taurus, if this isn't your energy that we're talking about, it could be the energy of a person or people or organization you're dealing with, or just your general environment or surroundings, okay? So particularly for people who are empaths, if you pick up other people's energy very easily, it could be someone else's, so always ground yourself, right? Okay. But yeah, let's get into your first card here. So, with the 4 of sacred circles in reverse, or also known as 4 of pentacles in reverse, this is a little bit of stagnant energy, of being burnt out or tired in some way, possibly not using your intuition, or having a harder time tapping into your intuition than you normally do, okay? And again, this could be energy from the recent past, or energy still kind of lingering around, okay? And this is actually where my guides want me to talk about what is on the top and the bottom of your ancestral path, the main 6 that we have here, okay? But I also want to say, even though the start of your reading, the first card is not the most positive, it's not the end of the world, because then you have some really nice cards coming up, okay? So always keep that in mind too. Okay, so what was on the top? Well, actually, let me say before, this is energy from the recent past. What is recent? You have to ask yourself that, but it's why certain cards have come out, or just energy lingering around as well. Okay, so what was on the top of your deck was the 5 of swords upright, and what was on the bottom was 7 of swords upright. Okay, so this is saying, Taurus, for some of you that in the recent past, you had a lot of things you were trying to juggle with the 5 of swords. There was a lot of confusion, mental confusion, overthinking, anxiety, worry, possibly with something. Also, there could have been some energy where you didn't know when you had won something. You could have been very competitive with other people and even with yourself, or both, right? But also the main feeling is not focusing enough on the present moment in the 5 of swords upright. So either focusing too much on the past or focusing too much in the future, okay? But then we see all the hard work that you've done, because you go from one, being not balanced in your mental and stuck too much up in your head, and then the other one, you are letting a lot of that go. So that is a beautiful transition, even just in these 2 cards, from your energy from the recent past. With the 7 of swords energy, a lot of people sometimes view this card, or this individual, the way he's depicted, as a thief, right? And people are talking about him behind his back. But it could be that you, Taurus, in the recent past had a lot of gains or wins, and people didn't necessarily understand or see all the hard work you might have done to get to that point, or it could just be in the recent past. Even talking about, right, going back to Taurus season, because sometimes I do believe whatever your sun or rising sign, when it's that season, right? Because right now we're still in Gemini for 2 more days. Okay, I do feel like that sign will have a little extra luck, like during your birth month. Okay, but of course it always depends. All right, but so yeah, you could. This is energy again from the recent past, where maybe some people were not understanding your luck or your wins, or you being able to, get a hold of any mental anxiety, overthinking, and kind of trying to make a game with it also too. You can see that in this guy's expression. He just looks like whatever, you know what I mean? So this is again showing us why we started your reading out with the Four of Sacred Circles in the reverse, that burnt out, exhausted energy, not using your intuition all the way, stagnant energy. Could be because in the recent past you're doing a lot of work on yourself, and yeah, you just needed a moment to kind of slow down and possibly process everything. Okay, so moving forward. Taurus, you always show up in your readings. I don't know, a lot of other signs haven't been doing that lately, but I don't think you did in your last one, but it feels like in a couple of the other ones you did. Hopefully I'm right about that. I have to double check, but I feel like you just show up in your readings a lot. Here you are, right, Taurus, the Hierophant, okay? And so this is always a good omen when you show up in your own readings, okay? This is people looking up to you for answers, right? People respect you. You could have some leadership roles, okay? Or, again, if this isn't just good luck or good omen for your reading because this is your card, it could be that you're dealing with someone else who's in a leadership position that you look up to, a teacher, a mentor, a spiritual guru, a priest, whatever you want to call it, okay? But really nice energy here, especially after that burnout, exhaustion, not using your intuition, the stagnant energy. And then it's like real quickly you come out of that, Taurus, and you're like, okay, now I'm starting to feel more like myself, or I'm reaching out to a support system that can help me get out of that energy. So either way, however you want to look at it, it's really nice here, Taurus. All right. And this is again in the first week of July here, okay? Then there seems a little bit of energy where something knocks you out of your element again, not all the way, right? But there's something where it could be, for some of you, self-sabotage, not wanting to level up or start a new beginning in some way, or just not being emotionally fulfilled with something and wanting a celebration could also be put on hold too, right? Because your third card is the Ten of Cups in the reverse position. All right, so when the cups are reversed, that's emotional fulfillment, contentment, what makes you happy, okay? So there could be something here that's just really not making you super happy or enjoyable or fun to deal with, okay? Maybe towards the end of the first week of July, or the first weekend of July, okay? And I think I was saying too in one of the other readings that if you are here in the States and you celebrate 4th of July, or even if you don't, there could be a lot of other people like preoccupied with the holiday, or maybe your holiday doesn't go the way you want, or your time off, something like that. But again, it really just depends on each person where they are, okay? But like I said, don't give up, because there's always good things coming around the corner. So, and then in your fourth card here, Taurus, you have the Three of Staves upright. Okay, so this is a nice energy of recently coming out of some type of slowing down of energy, also too, right, with the Ten of Cups in reverse, not wanting to level up in some way, okay, because 10 is a completion number, right, but it was reversed. Okay, so here you see this two people, a couple, I don't know if they're a couple, right? We'll say they are, I don't know. But these two people here in the front, okay, they just stepped off this boat that's on the Nile River, all right? and they're going to some kind of party, and they're having, unfortunately, this little slave boy carry their gift to whoever's hosting the party. Okay, so in the recent past, that's slowing down of energy. They're not wanting to be social in some way, or just observing and doing people watching. Now you're ready to kind of slowly step out again, and also can talk about again parties or celebrations or celebratory energy. Okay, so again, that is nice because remember I said, um, with the Ten of Cups in reverse, and maybe there was a celebration put on hold, or your holiday didn't go exactly, or whatever it is. Okay, that it starts to, the energy starts to flow and move forward in a positive way, maybe towards the second week of July. All right. Excuse me. And then your fifth card here, Taurus, is the Seven of Sacred Circles in reverse. So this can be a little bit of a warning card that there's some plan all the way, that needs a second look, okay, needs further planning. It could also be, somebody has evaluated your work ethic, or you need to evaluate your own work ethic, or maybe you already have, but you didn't see yourself clearly, or someone else didn't see your work ethic clearly, okay, with the Seven of Sacred Circles in reverse. Remember, it's the same as Seven of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So it's really being honest with yourself. Am I working hard enough? Am I overworking? And also, am I planning and organizing the right way that I need to? Okay, so normally I would say Taurus, and any earth sign, if it's dominant in your chart, tends to be a very grounded energy, and they like stability and they like to plan. Okay, so it could be more about the evaluation side to it. Okay, but always take it how it resonates for you. All right, so now moving forward here, your last card in the main six, and I think, oh yeah, the last two readings yesterday had like 7 cards and like all these extra confirmation cards, and today one of them popped out, and I was like, do we need this, spirit guides? Do you want this? And they're like, no, not really. So I was like, thank God, because the other 2 readings were almost an hour long, and I was like, I cannot do an hour, for every sign. I mean, I could, but it's just a lot. So anyway, you thank God for me anyway. You only have 6 cards in your main 6, okay? But with all that being said, here you go, showing all of the hard work you've been doing again with the 6 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is about you letting go of any lingering anxiety, worry, overthinking, too much in your head, okay, lower vibrational energies, exhaustion, depression, whatever it is. So here towards the end of mid July, you're really letting that go. You're getting more in control of your emotions too. Okay, so just for reference, when it's right side up, you see this Japanese man, and he looks like he's meditating. I'm not sure why it's not focusing, but hopefully you can see, at least see the outline here. He's trying to meditate, right? And the swords are going down. So he's really trying to find his way through all of that stuck in the head energy, and channel his emotions properly. Okay, so it looks like you did it, right? So congratulations, Taurus. That is always really nice to see. And even in your recent past, because remember you had the 5 of Swords upright and the 7 of Swords upright, you even can see in your recent past that you conquered that energy, and you're trying to focus more on the present moment and let all that worry go, okay? And not competing with yourself or others, and knowing when you've won something and being thankful for any luck that you might have had in the recent past. Okay. Now, real quickly, before we get to your confirmation cards, actually, again, since we're talking about all these swords cards, because you have 6 sword cards in this reading. Some are reversed, some are right side up, okay? But this is where my spirit guides wanted me to talk to you about what was on the top and the bottom of the other deck here, the Llewellyn deck, okay, the one with the yellow border. So anyway, again, energy from the recent past. You have the Queen of Swords in reverse, okay, and then you have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So again, one is no clarity, and then the other one is I'm going to get clarity, if that kind of makes sense, okay? So again, with the recent past, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, maybe not feeling supported, feeling a little bit of restlessness, not seeing things from a larger picture or perspective, not using your support system, not having mental clarity. And then here, you finally said, enough is enough. I need to rest properly. I need to give my mind a break. Okay. And I need to get my life like more in balance here. Okay. So you did it, right? You did it. Okay. Because you have 2 swords cards in the reverse position here. And those 2 you want to see like that. So you did it. All right. So again, congratulations, Taurus, because it's not easy. We all have moments throughout our life when these things happen. Okay. So really give yourself some credit there for coming through that. Okay. With that being said, Taurus, let's get into your confirmation cards. So your first one is your other swords card, of course, the 4 of Swords upright. Your second confirmation card is the 9 of Pentacles upright. I'm just put these under here. And then your last confirmation card is the Queen of Cups upright. So we'll go in order here. All right. So this 4 of Swords energy is from the recent past. Again, this is saying in the recent past, you really needed to rest, okay? You needed to take a break, let your mind calm down, let that anxiety, worry, overthinking go, and also recharge your batteries, ground yourself, nurture yourself. Look at this old tree in the background that almost looks like a woman, right? The shape of a woman's body. So really grounding yourself, that's what you needed in the recent past, or you still kind of do here at the beginning of your reading. All right. And so there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody needs to do that. And we know that too, because it's confirming the 4 of Sacred Circles or 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, that exhaustion, burnt out energy I was talking about, not using your intuition enough or having a harder time with that. And again, that could have something to do, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, with the Mercury in retrograde, right? For some people, it could be just harder to make decisions, or communications with other people, or even yourself in your own mind could have been harder to deal with. Okay, so this could have been that past energy, and then slowly you're coming out of that towards the rest of the month. Okay, that you're getting over that, you're letting that go. Hopefully after the first week of July here. Okay. But again, there's nothing wrong with taking rest when you need it, all right? Not just sleeping, but taking care of your mind, your body, your spirit, all of those things, okay? All right. And then when the 4 of Swords also is confirming the 3 of Staves or 3 of Wands, I forgot to say that earlier. The Staves are the same as Wands, okay? This is basically saying because you took this rest, you decided to start doing that from the recent past, and you said, okay, I'm going to rest, but then eventually I'm going to come back out. I'm going to come out of that observation rest mode, and then slowly come back into circulation, back into action, back into possible celebration, celebratory energy. Okay, so that is good. Okay, and then your second confirmation card is the 9 of Pentacles upright. This is an energy of feeling very abundant, right? Feeling like you have everything that you need all around you, resources, people to help you. You're passionate, you're creative, right? This is very peaceful energy to the card. And also she has a little tiny falcon on her arm here. So that represents the skill, determination, and focus, okay? So this is a very nice energy here. And this is confirming the Hierophant upright. Here's your card, right? Excuse me. And then your 7 of Sacred Circles in reverse, or 7 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Gosh, sorry guys. So here we have you coming back, right, as your second card in the main 6. Coming back into your energy, feeling your intuition stronger. Other people feel it stronger too. They may come up to you for answers in some way, or you could also be doing all of that and also seeking your own mentor, teacher, spiritual guru, or something like that, priest, whatever you want to call it, okay? But the more that you tap back into your intuition, your own energy, your leadership qualities, then you can get more skill, determination, and focus, and then feel more abundant, feel more passionate, creative, okay, and all the support around you. So that's beautiful. And also, too, when we talk about the Seven of Pentacles or Seven of Sacred Circles in reverse in the second week of July, a little bit of that not planning enough for the future, or your evaluation of yourself or others, people's evaluation of you as far as your work ethic. The way to turn that around, right, is to just prove yourself wrong, possibly, or prove others wrong, or both, okay? And show them that you deserve all the abundance that you have because you've worked really hard with your skill, determination, and focus, and you've been able to ask for help if you need it from your support system, okay? And you're going to keep on manifesting. So that's beautiful. Okay, where are we now? Yes, your last confirmation card is the Queen of Cups upright, okay? This is a very nice, peaceful energy, all about abundance and growth, okay? Calming the emotions. I don't know if you can tell from this card, but her throne, and she's kind of sitting in the water. Okay, the water's underneath her. Her cup is upright. Okay, so she has all the support around her. She's got her emotions to control. She knows what makes her happy, gives her emotional contentment, fulfillment, okay? And people look up to her. Yes, right on the bell there. But she has this very, turn that off. Even though she's a queen and she possibly has to make hard decisions, she still has like that soft kind of feminine energy to her too, okay? So that's showing you that even if you control your emotions, it doesn't mean that you're going to be numb or bitter or hard. It just means that there's a time and a place, of course, for everything. But anyway, when this Queen of Cups energy is confirming the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, yeah, it's basically telling us that when you had that, so sorry guys, I don't know why I've been so itchy lately. I hope it's not the oil I'm using. But anyway, side note, it's probably everything, my allergies too, this time of year. But when you had that little like slowing down of energy right in the first week, maybe around July 4th, okay, there could have been, right, that thing that you were not happy with, a way that a celebration went or was put on hold, or you didn't feel a lot of support around you, whatever it was, okay? I really feel like you're going to use that as a catalyst to maybe take that time to then say, okay, how can I refocus? What do I want to manifest in my life? So let me get my emotions under control in a nice, healthy way, not in any extremes. Okay, and then I'm going to move forward. And also we see that too with your last card in the main six. So we already talked about before, the Six of Swords in reverse, letting go of any little bit of lingering anxiety, worry, overthinking, stuck in your head, depression, exhaustion. So then you can, right, be open and receptive, but still have boundaries too. Okay, so that is beautiful, Taurus. I like it. I like this for you. I think, yeah, my North Node is in Taurus. So your North Node is, it's complicated, but it's basically like kind of your life's path or your life's purpose or mission. So it can deal with, when you talk about your North Node and your South Node, they're always the opposite. So mine is, my North Node is in Taurus, and I think my, my South Node is in Scorpio or something like that. But it talks about past lives and maybe what roles you were as far as jobs, or what you was important in your life, in your past life, and now kind of where it is now. So it's always very interesting. That's why I always tell people, check out your chart, okay? But anyway, let's get into your Oracle cards because it's about y'all. So let's see, your first one here is we are, oh, not we are, sorry, we the Hathors. We the Hathors. I think I'm saying that right. And it's like this Egyptian kind of scene here. And it says, deep love, mother's milk, and birth as a portal. Okay, very cool imagery here. So that may be a message for you guys at this time. And I did look up ahead of time real quickly, just one little sentence here for you. Oh my God, I can't stop itching my nose. It says, I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved and I'm held. Well, that's beautiful. So this is the Rebecca Campbell Oracle Starseed deck. You can also always look up this card for more info. All right, very nice. And then your second oracle card is your love oracle card, whether you're watching for romantic reasons or self-love or platonic love with friends or family. Anyway, this one says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Very nice. That's always a good message at any time for everybody, right? Okay. And yeah, I think I said that, something similar to that earlier with the, well, the Hierophant card, your card, right? Getting the support system for yourself, whether a leader that you look up to, even if you are a leader to others, you still need a leader for you, right? And so it could be a teacher, a mentor, spiritual guru, a priest, whatever you want to call it. But then also with the Queen of Cups, with this her sitting on the throne, right? That's the support system too. So very nice. Okay. And then your last oracle card is the Goose. All right. And it says, here we go. I already know which one it's going to go with. It's going to go with the Four of Swords upright energy from your recent past, right? But it says, take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with that, right? Take time to heal your mind, body, spirit. All right. So you can also always look up the spiritual shamanic meaning of a goose, or Native American power animal symbol of a goose, or goose magic. How can you work with goose manifestation in your magic, whatever you want to look into if you want. All right. So yeah, that is your reading, Taurus. So as always, I will be posting a picture of all the cards on my Facebook here in a few minutes. So again, if you want to check it out, all you have to do is click in the description box below there and follow the instructions. And then also wanted to say thank you guys so much for viewing, for sharing, for your likes. It does help my channel. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you want to, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button in the bottom right corner and make sure it's blue and active. And it'll just let you know when I put out new videos. So yeah, I will be doing Gemini in a little bit. So if you want to join me there, you're always welcome. But if not, that's okay too. So anyways, you guys take care, and I'll see you in a little while. All right. Bye.